How's it going, guys? Tom here, and we're back for episode number 7 of Showdown Slam. And you joined me after having a little bit of a break. I didn't get a chance to record a video last night due to work commitments in the evening, and so I'm feeling a bit more fresh now. And what I plan to be doing is making up for those lost days on Monday and Wednesday, which was yesterday, by recording 2 extra videos tomorrow, Friday. I actually am working from home tomorrow, so I should be able to, in between work, lunch breaks and things like that, should be able to record a total of 3 videos tomorrow over the course of the day, which is great. So what I plan to do is release a video on Friday, and then I might release 2 more on the Friday or do daily uploads over the weekend just to make up for those lost days. I'm actually running a survey on Twitter at the moment, so if you're not following me, do feel free to go ahead and do so. My Twitter handle is sort of down there at the bottom, should be the bottom right of the screen. You will notice as well that we have a new layout here as well, so we have the battle screen over there, and sort of down in the bottom right, the bottom left, we have my team as well, which we're using for this week. Which, if you've seen Tuesday's video, Tuesday, we have Dialga, Kyogre, Whimsicott, Kangaskhan, Aegislash, and Cresselia. So, with all that out of the way, actually just one more thing, thank you to DFW Shuckle, I'll keep my channel clean here, for the layout and also for the thumbnails for these videos, which if you haven't noticed, they're brand new, and so really improving the professionalism of my videos, making sure that they're at least looking good, even if the play level isn't as great just yet. So we're trying to build up the channel that way, and hopefully I can get some more channel art on the way to help make things even better. So with that introduction out of the way, I have been disconnected from the server, so great start again. Let's see if we can get switched on real quick. And yep, so we're just loading up here by the looks of things. Shouldn't take too long. We're actually going to be using my iPhone's hotspot here, simply because it tends to be faster than the Wi-Fi I'm using at my girlfriend's house. Sometimes, depending on where I sit in the room, the connection tends to cut out. So hopefully this goes fine. It is loading a little bit slowly for my liking. There we go. So let's see if we can click. It's not letting me click at the moment. Oh, no. Okay, so we're just off to a slightly rocky start, but that's okay. And we'll get straight into this first battle. Now we have those connection issues out of the way, as we have a Kyurem, a Kangaskhan, Groudon, Arcanine, the Whimsicott that I have as well, and the Shiftry. So I'm potentially seeing Gravity and Kyurem here. So what I want to do is, how can I block this? I feel Kangaskhan is good here, and how do I want to play this? Because Wide Guard from the Aegislash is also very nice. So what we could potentially do is have Kangaskhan and Aegislash out. We could see Scrafty leads, Scrafty and Arcanine. Scrafty would be a good lead, especially against these 2 Pokemon. How do we want to play this? I think Kyogre is essential, and Dialga I feel is quite essential as well. So let's see how this goes. I would like to use Kangaskhan and Whimsicott as leads more, but unfortunately we aren't always going to get a chance to do so. So let's go for the fake out, the mega fake out onto the, no, let's go for the non-mega fake out onto the Kyurem, and we will also go for the, actually I don't think we need to worry so much about, yeah, let's go for the fake out onto the Kyurem here, and we'll go for the, let's go for the Gyro Ball into the Kyurem as well. So we do get the fake out off. Kangaskhan doesn't go for it, probably going for a low kick actually. Okay, interesting. And does the Gyro Ball KO? It actually doesn't. Okay, so that's really interesting there. So what we can do here is go for the Mega Power Up Punch, and we will Wide Guard. Let's get this Kyurem out of the way. I have a feeling Kangaskhan's just going to go for an attack here into my Kangaskhan. As it does, it goes for the Sucker Punch, fair enough. Fusion Flare, actually. Okay, so really bad first couple of turns there, I'm afraid. So we are forced to switch in Kyogre here, so this is a really bad turn for us. So without Trick Room here, we haven't been able to work ourselves into a very good position. So let's go for a... let's go for a Protect and for a Trick Room. Well, I have a feeling Kangaskhan's going to go for the low kick into the Kyogre. What I want to do is go for the... We could predict a Groudon switch in here, which is a very safe play from my opponent. And we will go for a Trick Room. We have to play for everything we can now. So it actually goes for a Double Edge into the Kyogre, which isn't ideal. And Earth Power by the Kyurem. So we have lost this match. I mean, it is early to say, but we have pretty much lost this match now. It's, you know, the writing's on the wall here. Arcanine comes out, intimidates. So let's go for a... Well, Water Spout isn't going to do anything, let's be honest. Let's go for a Dragon Pulse onto the Kangaskhan here. Yeah, so an unfortunate first game for us there. Not really sure what I could have done better. Maybe I was acting a bit too fast, perhaps. I'm not sure. Yeah, Dragon Pulse just isn't really picking up damage here on the Kangaskhan either. So, yep, we have lost this game. Obviously, Arcanine can just go for the extreme speed, as it does. So, yeah. So Dialga not really dealing too much damage in that battle, unfortunately, but we will move on and go straight into the second game. I'm just trying to think what we could have done better. I think the Aegislash not picking up the KO onto the Kyurem was big there. And I think maybe it was better to set up the Trick Room first and go with that, because this is obviously a very Trick Room reliant team. So here we have Xerneas, Smeargle, Raichu, Kyogre, Bronzong and Mienshao. And I feel like a Whimsicott Kangaskhan lead here will be very useful. I've been sort of, in a way, flowcharting Smeargle Whimsicott leads, especially against Smeargle Xerneas. Did I say Smeargle Kangaskhan? I mean Whimsicott Kangaskhan there. Kyogre is pretty much our only solution against Kyogre, apart from the Kangaskhan, which is unfortunate. And I think we can do with Aegislash here rather than a Dialga, I want to say. Yeah, I think the wide guards here could be quite useful. I don't see Dialga being needed too much here, especially with the Mienshao on show. So my opponent's still choosing their team as well. I think if he leads any of the fake out users, that's fine. We can just go with the Encore with Whimsicott next turn. As we do see Raichu Xerneas, so in a way this follows the exact same, almost the exact same flowchart as Kangaskhan, as Smeargle Xerneas, I want to say. So, if I remember correctly, what I wanted to do was Safeguard first turn, or was it Trick Room first turn? I think what I wanted to do was Trick Room first turn, and we can fake out the Xerneas. And if Raichu doesn't actually go for fake out, so yeah, the Safeguard was the play there. Obviously didn't go for fake out, but we do get a Trick Room off, so hopefully we can do some plays here. So let's go for a Safeguard now, prevent any paralysis, and what we can do is return into the Raichu. I don't feel we need to power up punch just yet. I feel we need to see how the game plays out first and just try and get some damage off. You know, there is potential for the Raichu to switch out here. So return comes out and KOs the Raichu, which is great. So Xerneas actually just goes straight for the Moonblast, which is really interesting. Now I feel what we can do is go for the Endeavour into whatever comes in. And we can go for a return again onto the Xerneas here. So Mienshao comes in, expecting a fake out here. So let's go into the Aegis Slash, and we will. Do we want to return? Yeah, let's go into the Aegis Slash, and what we'll do is we'll protect Kangaskhan this turn, in case he does want to fake out the Kangaskhan. So yeah, it does, and it's a Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so that's fine. What we can do here is go for a Gyro Ball into the Xerneas, and a return into the Mian Chao. Let's see what my opponent wants to do there. Hello! My girlfriend's just come in the room. She says hello. She's waving. She tried to do that as quietly as she could. The little devil. So return from the Kangaskhan kills the Mian Chao. Very nice. And yeah, we get a sort of piddly little Gyro Ball here onto the Kyogre. And Xerneas comes in. So what I'm feeling here we can do, because I feel like the Xerneas is going to protect here. So what do I feel like doing? I don't know what I feel like doing, you know. Let's think about this. So I think the Xerneas can protect. Obviously it's quite free to do so as well. And I think what we'll do is switch in the Whimsicott for the Aegis Slash, and we will just go for the big damage onto the Kyogre with the Kangaskhan. If we get a double protect here, then I can protect the Kangaskhan next turn and potentially try for a Trick Room play or something. So yeah, it's a double protect here. And so obviously we don't get anything off there, but what we can do here is, what do we want? Who do we want to encore is the important thing. I think what we want to do is encore the. No, we want to Endeavour actually, but then we're not going to get that off first. We are quite slow. So let's encore the. What has the most potential for damage right now? I feel like we can handle the Xerneas where we are now. So let's go for the encore onto the Kyogre, and we can return the Xerneas. So yeah, Xerneas goes for the Dazzling Gleam here. Hopefully we don't get a full power. Do we get it? Yeah, we get the return. So great. That's nice. And what we can do here is send out our own Kyogre. And we can go for a Water Spout play. I do feel that should get the KO onto the Xerneas. And we can return the Kyogre. So Kyogre goes for the protect, it gets it off obviously. I think a safer play might have been to go for the double onto the Xerneas or power up punch my own Kyogre. So we get a paralysis anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But we can Thunder here and we can return again. Might get a double, but it doesn't, which is great. So yeah, really good there. I think a good move on my part was to switch out the Whimsicott at the right time. So yeah, good second game there. Hopefully we're climbing up the ladder a little bit despite that first loss. And we have our last match of the day, which is against a Xerneas Rayquaza team, so X-Ray, with Clefairy, Lucario, the Crobat, and Smeargle. So let's go for Whimsicott and Kangaskhan here. I feel like this is what this team is good against. The Crobat is a bit of an issue that I think we need to be aware of, but because it can taunt the Whimsicott as well, so we just need to think about that. I think Cresselia, does it have the... No, it has leftovers actually. We'll have Dialga in the back, and we'll have Kyogre as well. I almost feel like a Kyogre or a Kangaskhan Dialga lead could be good. Let's see. If he leads Crobat, then we have a bit of an issue, which he does, because he can quick guard here, and that just shuts down our team completely. So let's go for a Trick Room here. If Crobat goes for the taunt, then... Okay, so let's think about this. If Crobat goes for the taunt, then we get a free trick. We can't get a Trick Room off. That means he can't go for the... he can't go for the Quick Guard. And if he goes for the Quick Guard, we can't get the Fake Out off, but we get the Trick Room. So let's go for a Trick Room Fake Out. Just kind of want to think this through a bit more. I feel Yeah, I feel Trick Room fake out, Mega fake out into the Xerneas would be good. See what Crowbot wants to do. It goes for the quick guard, okay. So fake out doesn't work, but we do get the Trick Room in the face of a Geomancy Xerneas. So very nice. So let's go for an Endeavour onto the Xerneas. Sorry, not an Endeavour. Let's go for an Encore onto Xerneas. Just in case Crobat doesn't go for the thing, the quick guard is what I want to say. And what we will do is we will return the Crobat, just in case the Xerneas wants to protect. Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, so Xerneas protects, fine. Encore doesn't go through. Return. Oh, the thingy just the Crobat just hangs on there, so that's really frustrating. So let's go ahead and switch in. In fact, what has more special defense, Dialga or Kyogre? So Kyogre just about, really. I think it has more HP as well. So we'll switch into Kyogre. No, we will switch into Dialga for the Whimsicott. And we will, excuse me, what we will do is return the Xerneas here. So potentially a power-up punch. Knowing that the Crobat wouldn't go down this turn, a power-up punch into the Crobat slot and then a return into the Xerneas would have been a very nice play. So Dazzling Gleam there from the Xerneas picks up the KO, of course. But what I feel we're able to do now quite easily is bring in the Kyogre and go for a Water Spout here. So obviously Xerneas can protect, but we're still in Trick Room importantly. So let's go for a Flash Cannon into the Xerneas, and we will Water Spout with Kyogre. And at least Whimsicott was preserved for more late game shenanigans. So yeah, Xerneas does protect, that's fine. So Water Spout comes off. And Clefairy comes in actually, so this might be a after you, or you know, whatever you call it, play. So let's go for a Flash Cannon into the Xerneas and let's go for a Water Spout again. Clefairy could follow me instead of after you, so actually Clefairy protects, which is perfect. Oh, okay, so it's a double protect, but Xerneas thankfully doesn't get it off, so that's really nice. And Clefairy, what can it do here? It can redirect moves. So it's Lucario actually, so not bringing the Rayquaza, perhaps being scared off by the Kyogre Dialga core. Excuse me there. So Clefairy could go for a follow me here. It can also go for a helping hand. Lucario does have priority moves here, but we are going to try and go for the Trick Room here. And we will also go for a Water Spout. So Lucario Mega Evolves, helping hand, who'd it go for? Goes for the Aurasphere into the Kyogre actually. So we get a Trick Room off, which is really nice. And what we can do, so yeah, our player forfeits here. So I'm saying he has a minute to reconnect, but no, he doesn't do that. So just in terms of how I think I would end that match, I think, well, Clefairy could go for the after you here, which is, I think it's after you anyway. So, you know, effectively negating the Trick Room, making Lucario the fastest thing. It could have gone for the knockout into the Kyogre there, or the Dialga, either one. I think a safe play for me would have been to go for the double into the Lucario again with a Water Spout and a, what do I have, Dragon Pulse and Flamethrower I believe, so, and the Steel move Flash Cannon. So I think Dragon Pulse would have been the better move, just going for the double into the Lucario, and then Whimsicott would have come in, been able to maybe do some shenanigans. And I think we were in a pretty good position for that match, so yeah, 2 wins. Let's actually see, can we see our rating? See VGC 2016. I don't think we'll be able to see our rating from here, so we'll find out our rating next time, and hopefully we have climbed over the 1200s again. I think we've been sort of hovering between the 1100s and the 1200s. We are only playing 3 games a day, so we're not making massive progress each day, especially if we're averaging about 2 wins, 1 loss. So, you know, progress is steady. You know, we are climbing slowly, but we are climbing nonetheless. So, yeah, thanks again for watching, everyone. I really hope you are enjoying these videos. Whatever your feedback, good, bad, constructive, whatever, do leave it in the comments below. Would also appreciate your thoughts on the layout, my play, the videos in general, and anything else you'd like me to do as well. I would like to maybe start mixing up the videos once I get a few of these under my belt. So yeah, and if you haven't done so already, follow me on Twitter, subscribe, like, do all the rest of it, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow for Friday's video, and then Saturday for Monday's video, and Sunday for Wednesday's video. I think that's how we're going to do daily uploads to help catch up. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your days, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.